24-year-old California resident that goes by the username Smiley started talking with our decoy account. There was not very much conversation between the two, aside from just establishing what they were both looking for on the app. Our decoy established that she was looking to ERP and cuddle, and Smiley didn't really have much to say aside from okay and sure. For the most part, he was very short in his text, especially when our decoy said, "Oh, actually, so it's whatever." And he says, "Sure," and of course hops on game with us. We'll go ahead and play it from there.
I got a bad stick drift. I got a bad stick drift, just adds up.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Hello. Man, finally nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It
Nice
took
to
a
meet you
minute.
too. Like, kind of nervous, sorry.
But what?
Just, you being here. And I only talk to you over Discord and stuff, so it's like the first time talking to you.
Do you usually meet people on Nevermet?
I have talked to people, but you're one of the
mean,
only
like-
people I've talked to on the game, because usually when people find out I'm younger, they don't really want to keep talking to
Hard
me.
pass, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind.
So,
I don't know about...
where are you from, by the way?
the US. How about you?
Same. Do you know
I don't know what
what state specifically?
Yeah. Cali.
Oh, wow, we're like kind of close. I'm in Washington.
Oh yeah, you're like above me. That's cool. Okay, we have the same time. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I like it when I find people who are in the same time zone as me, because we're like on the same schedule. We can play all the time together.
Yeah. My hours are fucked. They're a mess. So I'm trying to stay up tonight and sleep tomorrow, so I can pass out early. I'm exhausted and shit. But yeah, no, nice, yeah, okay. How long you been on VRChat?
Not very long. I think maybe a few weeks, because I got it for my birthday. My headset, actually.
Oh yeah, you have a friend on here already?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, we're recording everything. I was just curious what your intentions are. So I just want to know if you want to defend yourself and maybe explain what you're doing here.
Just talking.
Just talking? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
What about like the ERPing and stuff? What about that and the cuddling?
I just said sure. Cuddling? I don't see nothing wrong with cuddling, at least.
But you were going to ERP as well?
No.
No, just the cuddling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you don't think that's a little weird that you're 24 trying to hang out with the girl?
No, not really.
You don't see any issue with that at all?
No.
Have you ever had like a girlfriend or anything, or?
Yeah.
So you're comfortable saying that you would get online and have these kind of interactions with? You're okay with that?
Hanging out with them, I guess a little bit.
Hanging out with them, European cuddling.
No, I never said sexually.
Well, what is ERP?
It depends.
Well, maybe I have it all wrong. What were you trying to do exactly?
Just hang out and tell them what European is.
You were gonna inform her what it is?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it.
Okay, so how would you?
If you recorded me, I was about to say something, but then she said something. I was like, okay.
Wait, what do you mean? You're about to say something if I wasn't recording you, or you wanted to say something on recording?
No. Yeah, if you were recording me, you can go back. I was about to say something, and then she talked, and then I stopped what I was going to say.
Okay, wait, so...
I was going to tell her, I wouldn't do ERPing, but I would definitely talk to her about it.
That's not what you said in the DMs. You said you seemed pretty okay with it.
That's one of the options, yeah.
Have you ERP'd on here before?
Depends.
What do you mean it depends?
Well, I mean, ERPing on different levels, so...
So how would you describe it to her? Like, if you were gonna just tell her what it is and not actually do it, like, what would you say?
Okay, so... I would explain what it stands for. Usually in worlds and stuff and whatnot, like, there's a lot of groups and stuff that are ERP groups that only accept 18-year-olds and up.
Okay.
Right? And
not you, though?
Preferably, it's not usually done in worlds.
You don't mind going under 18?
I go in there and I go in there. You mean doing ERP with under 18? No, I don't do that.
But that's what you were gonna do. You just said you didn't have an issue with that.
No, hanging out with.
But that's not what you were doing. The context was to get on here to cuddle or ERP, and you said, okay, I don't care. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Don't you think that's a bad idea?
Like I said.
Don't you think that's a bad idea to get on here with like a, like plan to get on here alone and put yourself in a situation like that?
Like I said, I wasn't doing anything. I was just gonna talk to them. That's why I said, like, you don't talk to anyone from the group, not the group, the app.
Well, that's not what you said though. You didn't say you were just getting on here to talk.
Yeah, I didn't say a lot of stuff actually. So
yeah, but she said, hey, I'm looking to cuddle or ERP, whatever. You said, okay, that sounds good, and she said, oh, by the way,
until the point, that point, then I was like, oh, sure, I guess. I said sure.
Right, and then she said, oh, also I'm
cuddle or ERP.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like,
and you don't care
to cuddle or talk to them.
It was specifically cuddle or ERP, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm down for that. And she said, oh, real quick, I'm actually and you said, okay, I don't mind. And you did say that again when she came in, when you came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying you don't mind engaging in those kind of activities with her if she was.
I never said that.
So what were you saying?
I said like I said like nobody's talked to you from the thing. I said that's what I said.
Okay, oh, yeah, I mean, look. I mean, you're not stupid.
That's what I was gonna tell you in person.
But let's establish like a common ground here. You understand how it comes off, right? You would agree from our perspective.
Yeah, it does come up. Yeah.
So why should we believe what you're saying? Obviously, you're just saying that to cover your ass. Like, at least be honest about it. At least be honest.
It does sound bad, but my intentions were different when after she said she was. So
that's not what you said, though. Why wouldn't you say that before you get in? Why didn't you say, "Oh, wow, you're okay"? That's actually an issue. I don't want to do that.
I'm a person who goes with voice and talking to people instead of like a phone call. I'd rather do things over a phone call than just messages. And I didn't feel like typing on my controller to type and said all that stuff. But it went faster just to tell her face. Well,
Would you do that with a real phone?
Real? Probably not, no.
Probably not?
Maybe a hug if they really need it. Yeah.
So what if a 15-year-old girl said, hey, do you want to come over to my house? My parents aren't home. I'm feeling really upset. I just want to, like, hug. Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
No, I wouldn't do that. Because that looks horrible. I'd rather just tell them, like, how about, I don't know.
So because it's online, it's fine. Okay, you're saying you would buy her a cheeseburger and then go to her house and deliver it to her and then leave?
No.
Why would you even, like, bother interacting with that at all? Like, why would you do anything there? Like, you could just say, oh, you're
bummed out. Oh, if you're sad and depressed, oh yeah, fuck you. You can go ahead, do that.
No, I'm saying, like, why would you even
do what you need to do? Don't even, like, you're sad, you're depressed. Oh, bummer. Deal with it.
You just said you'd buy her a cheeseburger.
How are you gonna hug?
How are you gonna buy her a
You wanna
cheeseburger?
hug?
You gonna like pick her up in your car and like go take her to McDonald's or something?
Probably not.
Well,
Well,
so
I'll probably
what
walk
would
to
you
the
do?
closest place near her.
So you would go to the place near her. Like, would you pick her up or would you get it and bring it to her house?
No, she can go to the place by herself. She doesn't need me.
Wait, then how would you buy her the cheeseburger?
I mean, this is like with money, I guess.
But how would you be buying it if you're saying that she used to get it herself? You're not doing anything. Like, what are you involved? Like, you're giving her the money?
I'm there at the burger place, and she can go to the burger place, or I can do what you just said right now. Just send her the money, and she can go. I mean, that's kind of less person though.
So you're saying if a 15-year-old was upset and
like
you were in contact with her, you'd be like, "Hey, meet me at the McDonald's."
They're a good friend, yeah. A random 15-year-old would be kind of hard to interact with, but
you would
like
be
if
friends
it was
with
like I've been talking to and they've been chill. Yeah, I don't see why not.
That's really problematic. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why would you want to be friends with a child? You're not on this.
Want to be? Probably not specifically. I would look for to be friends.
I mean, you're nearly 10 years older
around with
than
me.
a 15-year-old. Don't you think that's a little crazy?
No, not really. I mean, yeah, not really. Just being friends.
Are you friends with any currently?
On VRChat?
Or just anywhere in real life, VRChat?
No, not in real life.
But on VRChat?
Yeah, I talked to a few kids. Why?
How old are they? Like a male, female?
Varies, I guess.
Well, give me like some examples. Like how
a lot
young?
of varies.
What's like the youngest?
They, them, bunny. I think another one was a clown. Youngest probably maybe between the ages of like 2, I think.
Obviously, YouTube does not like this type of content, so everything is going to be heavily censored as far as these To Catch a VRChat Predator videos coming up going forward. So let's just, do the whole cupcake thing. So as you may have picked up, he was looking for a delivery of his cupcakes on the 15th of this month. That's what our decoy was looking to ship. She was looking to ship the cupcake on the 15th. And I asked him about his personal life a little bit, about, if he had any other prior cupcakes or if he was expecting any other deliveries. And he said that he was expecting deliveries anywhere from the 9th to the 17th of this month. So that whole range right there, as early as the 9th even, which is insane to me that he'd be getting cupcakes that early, all the way to the 17th. So there's a wide range. So that's as low as, as early, I guess I would say, as his deliveries were, being expected. So I'll go ahead and just let you fill in the blanks there. So you talk to 10-year-olds as friends?
Yeah. In a sense, kind of, yeah.
Are there any other adults present during that?
Yeah.
So is it like a group you have? Like you guys just a group of anywhere from 9 to 30?
30? Like 30-year-olds?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
30-year-old friends, unfortunately.
Just
I have like 3 to 4 of them. No, I have a lot of 20-year-olds between the ages of like 18 to like 28. Ton of those guys.
Okay, and do you make like adult jokes
most of my friends
around the
just
Do you like drink around them? Do you make like adult type of jokes, say things that are like adult of nature? You sure?
No, if anything, the kids are doing that more than that around me, which is a little weird.
Well, you're hanging around them though. Don't you feel weird if a kid's making a joke like that and then you're like an adult and you're like, well, I can't.
Yeah, I tell them, don't. Can you not? I usually tell them, don't make jokes like that. It's weird.
So what do you guys do? Like, what do you and your 9-year-old friend? What do you guys do together?
I take them to like what's it called? Game places they like what's it called?
Like Murder or something?
Among Us, like or Murder 4. Yeah, I usually take them around there, or different like back rooms if they want.
Are you guys like a VR family, or is it just like a friend thing?
It's like a family, I suppose, but
what is your
I don't really
role?
raise them because they're not my kids.
Like, is it actually like a family, or are you just saying you guys are close?
It's hard to tell because I don't really claim I'm their parent, but I guess they see me more like that. It's just hard to tell.
Do you like that dynamic? Like you like being like a virtual parent to them in a way?
I wouldn't say parent. I don't feel like I'm a parent per se because I'm not their parent. I can't make them get off the game because I would tell them to get off the game. But they can. I don't know. I can, in a sense, guide them to different places and whatnot.
Okay.
And they come to me for like some advice, I guess, and I just give them some advice. So.
Have you ever developed any romantic feelings for them?
No.
Have you cuddled them or ERP'd with any of them?
No.
You've never cuddled any of them?
Cuddle. Probably like they sat on my lap a few times and I gave them head pats.
No ERP with them?
No. That's why they know what it is. And one time they asked me and I told them what it was.
How did you describe it to them?
It's adult things and lots of 18 plus stuff. You can't. I tell them like definitely don't worry about it. Not till later, at least. Like unless you get older and into it. It's like I found a couple of like what's it called? See, I wasn't in an adult world, and I did find like minors in there, and I kept telling them you shouldn't be here. You need to leave, and stuff like that.
Why would you even befriend these kids at all? Like, why would you actually spend like personal time with them? Like, I can understand if you're just nice to them, but like, why would you actually like hang out with them like you would like an adult?
Like, if I go choose to join them? I don't choose to, not really. Especially only like when they're like, I go to them if they're like, I know they're going through drama and they put something in their status as I want to kill myself or I'm useless and stuff like that. I go talk to them about that stuff and see how they're doing.
Do you see the concern though when you're saying you're hanging around all these kids and then we just tell you, oh, I'm and you say, oh, okay, yeah, I don't mind that you say you want an ERP and cuddle and you say you're
Yeah, that's why I was going to confront her and talk to her about that.
But then why wouldn't you say that? And like your excuse was you're lazy, but you seem like you go out of your way to do it. You said you go out of your way to do all these nice things, but you can't.
To talk to.
I have a hard time believing you when you seemed okay with it in the text.
It's hard to express how you feel through messages. That's why I don't like doing it that much. Like I try just getting my thought across. Me like okay.
Okay, well. I
can talk to a lot of people I know. They say I'm a dry texter.
I believe that, but I'm just saying you realize like this is kind of like a serious topic.
I believe that.
You can't just like that's just concerning to me that you think that like if someone DMs you and says, "Hey, I want to have virtual sex with you," and then and you're like, "Okay, yeah, sure, I don't mind." And then even when you got in here, you said the same thing. So it's not
specifically.
Even. Well, listen. Specifically. You even said
cuddling too, and then I would say stuff about it. So
you even said though, you said, "Oh, I'm just a lazy texter." Well, then why didn't you say you said the same thing when you got in here? She said, "Oh yeah, people usually just don't talk to me when I'm, when I tell them," and you're like, "Oh yeah, I don't mind." So what's your excuse for that? Because you said that
I don't mind their talking to them.
Okay, so it's not that you were.
I was focused on that subject.
It's not that you were lazy.
About the
you actually just don't care, right?
What do you mean?
You said in text that the reason you didn't say anything about it was because you didn't want to text, but like when you got in game, you had the same exact energy.
Yeah, but she didn't mention about ERPing or stuff.
That's why you're on though. That's the whole reason.
People don't talk to me. No, she said people don't talk to me because I'm.
So you're saying that the conversation that happened on Discord is irrelevant. The whole reason you're here, you're saying, doesn't have any relevance whatsoever.
Yeah, because I said, why don't you, like, is there someone here, or like, what was it? Like, you don't hang with anyone? And I said you, then I brought you up because I noticed you were here. Like, nobody talks to her, like, ever. She said I was like the first one to talk to her in the game, so I'm like, so I was focused on more of just the communication part.
So you are completely against ERPing with, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why you weren't in the text, which would have been very easy. when she said, "Hey, I want to get on and cuddle in ERP." At that point, were you okay with getting on and cuddling ERPing before she told you her age?
Yeah.
But then
Before
when
she
she
told me
said,
her age.
"I'm 15," and you said, "Okay, I don't mind," you're saying only to the cuddling.
No, I'm okay with you.
But
I'm okay with you.
you understand that you basically are saying you don't care that she's 15. The implication there is that you were okay with ERPing. You know, it's your adult.
With someone that was
as an
adult. But,
adult.
like, then the whole script changed when I saw that. I was like,
But that's not what you did, though. It's your responsibility as an adult to not put yourself in those situations. Why would you put yourself in this
sorry,
situation?
Your mic kind of went weird for me. What'd you say?
I said it's your responsibility as an adult to not put yourself in these kind of situations.
Yeah.
So you clearly failed that. And then you're telling me that you hang around a lot of kids. So like, why should you be trusting around kids if you failed this test? Like, do you see how that's concerning?
But like I said, I was gonna come to her and confront her about stuff. So.
But that's not what you did.
Which I said way earlier.
But that's not what happened.
No, in the beginning where I didn't know the age, and then after, I said okay. Then I was gonna confront her about it.
You're not convincing me. Do you think people are going to hear your story and be convinced that you were just here for no bad intentions? You were trying to be a good person, especially when you say that there's no issue with you hanging around with like year-olds and stuff. You think people are going to reasonably believe that you're just like an innocent person and you just mean well, and you just like to be supportive?
Most of it, yeah.
You think people will believe that?
The messages, no.
But like everything you're saying to me right now, people hear and see.
Yeah, everything's.
Do you think people will believe you?
Iffy, I guess. It's like a 50-50, I guess. It's like.
I mean, I don't believe you. I don't think she believes you. Do you believe him?
Just from the.
He doesn't. I mean, do you have anything to say? You're welcome. If you got something to add, you're more than welcome.
I mean, I was fully sure that you were ready to like a 15-year-old, I think.
No, I'm not in the mood for that.
Not anymore. I mean, my deep-ass voice probably isn't getting you in the mood for that, is it?
My deep-ass voice?
No, mine. You're probably not in the mood for it now talking to me. Maybe if I wasn't here.
Nah, it's not really your voice. It's not an issue. Yeah, it's not an issue. You have a nice voice. It's pretty good. But off that subject, no, I was never in the mood to begin with, so that's why confronting would have been easier.
What is the issue then?
Not in the mood.
If it's not his voice.
I was never in the mood to do anything.
Why'd you agree?
From the start. Because maybe cuddling is like the most I feel like doing.
Maybe only. Like you said, cuddling and maybe ERP is what you're saying.
No, not maybe ERP.
But you realize you've kind of backtracked. You came in here saying, no, I was only looking to cuddle. And then now you're just saying you're only looking to talk and talk her out of it. Why would you come in here and cuddle her if you were trying to talk her out of doing anything like that?
No, cuddling's never left a thing. It's just like talking and cuddling. We can do that.
I mean, listen, if I'm talking and cuddling to a girl, I'm fucking her. Just saying.
So, if you have different intentions, those are your intentions, sir. Those are your thoughts in your head.
I mean, I'm just speaking from experience. I don't think I've ever cuddled somebody and not fucked them, but,
I have several times. I don't. That's kind of weird. You just end up.
Well, I usually don't cuddle people unless it's like an intimate context.
Cuddling, I suppose it depends what kind of cuddling you do, I guess.
All right, man. All I'm saying is
like really hands-on cuddling.
Why?
Yeah.
What I don't understand.
That's understandable.
What I don't understand is why you're saying that you agreed to cuddling and ERPing in the text, but then when you got on, what you really meant was only the cuddling part. How does that make any sense? Which, by the way, is still a problem. So it doesn't like you realize even if you just said you want to get on and cuddle, it would still be an issue. Like that's still an issue. Like you're kind of like glancing over it like it's not.
I was gonna lie, just never ERP from the beginning, but
You were what?
I was never gonna ERP, and I'm just saying that just to talk to someone.
Okay, but you thought it was a good idea. So now you're saying you agreed as a lie, not that you were trying to talk to them. You're saying the reason you agreed to
No, I
it was
talked to them.
because
I
you were
didn't
just
mind talking to
desperate
them.
to speak, and you thought that she wouldn't want to speak to you unless you said you were going to ERP, and you thought that was a good idea.
No.
Well, you just said that. You said I was going to lie. I wasn't actually going to ERP. You just wanted to talk, right?
Yeah,
So
I
you were
wasn't gonna-
lying about
Yeah, I
saying.
wasn't gonna ERP.
But you just said you were
Yeah,
lying.
then
You were like,
cuddling and talking was I was up for. No, because then it's not a true lie because I actually would have not mind cuddling. The ERP I didn't want to do, and I said okay for both those things. So
okay.
I did say that. So
You said I was just
And-
lying. I wasn't actually going to ERP. I just wanted to talk. So you were saying you knowingly gave her the impression that you were coming to ERP. Would you agree? Based on what you said in the text?
depression, yeah, I suppose.
So you were
Mhm.
saying you wanted to talk to a 15-year-old, and to do that, you told her that you were going to
Yeah.
ERP with her, even though that wasn't your intention.
Yeah.
You think that's a good idea?
No.
I mean, I don't believe this either, but none of these excuses are good. What if you came in here and she was in the mood herself and she started saying things to you, and I wasn't here? You
Would
think
have not worked.
why wouldn't it have worked when you said that's what you're going to do?
Not in the mood. Wait, what do you mean the mood?
Like if she came in here and she was, fucking taking her VR clothes
Depressed?
off and stuff.
Oh no, then it would have not worked still.
And I mean, look, I think you should just be honest, I think you should be honest about your intentions, because what you said in the text, I understand. To me, what it comes off is that you were trying to be very minimalist with it and say, yeah, sure, whatever, and brush everything off. So you did have some kind of alibi like this, but it still doesn't work, because the matter of the fact is that she said she wanted to cuddle in ERP. You said, okay, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then she said, okay, I'm actually, and you said, okay, yeah, I don't mind. And then she gets in here and she says, yeah, I don't really talk to a lot of
I'm okay
people
with it.
because I'm, most people don't come in here. And even still in your head, you were like,
then I was focused on that, and then you were here, and I'm like, wait, you have a friend here already though.
yeah, but like at no point where you were like, oh, wait, other people that are, most people have a problem with her being, but you were just like, you just didn't care. You were just like, you're just ready to go.
Talking to wise, yeah. Talking to wise, yeah. I don't really care talking.
You're not going to admit it. I feel like we're just going in circles, but obviously, like even just the cuddling.
My intentions, though.
I don't believe that, because
Maybe
that's not what you
is
said.
weird, but
I mean, that's why I also don't believe you, because
like I said,
you've admitted things that are also weird, and you seem to not think they are a problem. So that makes me not understand where you're coming from. Like, you seem to think it's okay to have friendships with a lot of young children as young as 9 years old.
Probably because I don't have ill intent for any of those things. If you have ill intent, I mean, that's a kind of good mindset. I mean, you can think of possibilities of the worst. I don't think of that with myself, because I know I'm not going to do that.
But how could you even be friends
That's
with
why there's anything wrong with me doing that.
Why would you even do that?
When you ask me, like, because I don't mind.
I understand
they
being
like
nice.
hanging out with me sometimes, and I'm like, eh.
I just don't understand why you'd put yourself in that situation. Like, why would you even talk to a child online?
In general?
Yeah, just in general. Like, why would you even put yourself in that situation unless it's like in passing? Like, why would you be like, oh, look, it's kid and he's being nice. Oh yeah, hey buddy, hope you have a good day, and leave? Like, why would you take it any further than that?
They like hanging out with me. I don't.
You don't think that's
do anything else? It's like
you don't, again, as an adult, you don't think
No.
you should like be considerate that like maybe you shouldn't be hanging around with kids? That doesn't strike you at all?
No.
What? Let me ask you the question very clearly. I want you to answer yes or no. Okay. Would you agree that the way you came off tonight, you essentially agreed to ERPing and cuddling with it? Would you agree that you came off that way? Yes or no? Whether you're going to tell me you meant it or not, is that how you came off?
Depends on the question. You mean when I walked in here, or just messages alone?
Based on your intentions leading up to when you came in here, which everything before that was your intention.
No.
So you think those messages don't make it look like you want an ERP and cuddle with?
Well, that's what I just said. Just messages alone. Yeah, definitely the messages alone.
And why?
But when you say came in here, it's a no.
Okay, I disagree, but I just think I'm just amazed that you would even put yourself in that situation. I know you're saying, "Oh, I wish I wasn't a bad texter," but like, what a fuck up to have as being a bad texter if that's genuinely,
Yeah.
you know, I don't believe it. I just think that's so negligent. Like,
Yeah.
you literally,
like I said, I would prefer to confront them about it
you
instead of sending a
basically,
message. That's
here's what
but
you
if I'd
did,
known,
okay?
like,
If someone said to you, "Hey, are you a pedophile and do you like little you basically are saying, "Oh, I was too lazy to say no, so I said, yeah, sure, whatever." That's basically what you're saying right now. That's your excuse.
no, because I could just say no for that.
What's up?
Because that's a simple answer. You know, that can be a simple answer. Just
You could have
no
said no for
to all
this
that.
too. It'd have been much easier. You could have just said no. Why is that any different?
Person to talk to, I guess. And I was already online. Convenience. Then I found out that the script has changed. So
You went into this world knowing full well that you thought it was a girl that
Yeah.
wanted ERP.
or cuddle, and I was just gonna
Or
talk
cuddle.
talk to them about the stuff.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
cuddle was another option.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, I just think you should be honest. I don't buy what you're saying, and you've just been going in circles this whole time. Nobody's gonna buy what you're saying. I think anybody viewing this would love for you to just be honest. Like, show some humility, show some like actual regret, and just admit, you know. And I'm not trying to force you. I want you to be honest. I just don't. I'm just not buying what you're saying. I think it would be. I would feel better if you just admitted and came clean and admitted that, yeah, okay, maybe if the circumstances were right, I would have ERP'd tonight. And you could tell me all you want, that's not
Because
happening.
that would have not been it.
You can say that, but I'm just saying,
Look,
I don't believe
ask
you.
the right question, saying, hey, from the messages, it looks like you came to ERP with this guy.
That's
and be
true.
like, yeah, it does look like that. See, but then I told you coming in here would be different. Then you said,
I
all
get
of it all
that.
together.
I get
Would have
that.
been different.
I get that. Look, obviously, you know, you could say that if you want. I just think it's you have to be really stupid to do what you did if what you're saying is true. But that's why I'm saying,
I'm not a very smart person.
I mean, but you know, and you're also saying you're hanging on these kids. I just think it would make me feel a lot better. Like, if you actually are genuine in saying that, hey, I actually do have a normal friendship with these 9-year-olds and whoever else, anywhere from 9 to 17, why wouldn't you like take responsibility and say, hey, maybe I did take it too far this time and I was going to do that. That would make me feel better. And maybe yourself as well.
What you just
But
said
again,
is,
only if it's true.
And
that you would have ERP'd.
And like,
I think you should admit that you were going to ERP.
No, that part right there, it's like, that part right there is not true.
Okay.
I would not ERP'd. Regardless
I just don't think anybody believes you. I don't think anybody's going to believe you. Maybe you are as stupid as you're coming off. I'm just saying, like, you're either really stupid or you're just lying. But like, the reason I'm just practically begging you, like, if that was genuinely your intention and you were going to do the, you know, ERP, I think everybody would be more relieved for you to just say that at this point. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm not going to force you to lie and pretend if that's genuinely not the truth. But I think
it's
if that
genuinely not the truth.
All right. I mean, I don't buy it. I don't think anybody will. But
no,
I would have liked to hear that. That would have made me feel better. And again, I'm not trying to force you to say something that you genuinely don't believe in. But I think that would sit a lot better with me to know that you admit that, yeah, this is something I won't do again.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll just come straight forward about it, saying like, no ERP. I'll just put no ERP. Because that's simple. I can do that.
All right,
explaining and stuff like that.
I can't say I believe you, but obviously, you know, you're not budging on it. So all I'm saying, if you are genuinely that stupid that you can't just say no when it asks you to ERP, I ask that you take a little more time and be a little more considerate and not engage in those kind of interactions to put yourself in situations like this. Because, you know,
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, what we have is pretty damning. And even the things you said in here, I don't trust you. I I don't really know what to say, but
Mhm.
pretty much all I got for you.
Understandable.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you want to say for the people watching?
I don't know.
So, just kind of like we began, he had not really a whole lot to say. Obviously, he was pretty persistent that he wasn't coming to ERP, which is completely bullshit. Regardless, it's your responsibility as an adult to not put yourself in these kind of situations. So, I am concerned for the people he hangs around with. If anybody knows who this guy is, or if you know anybody associated with him, definitely let them know what's going on here, and hopefully you can have this impact those people in a positive way. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Urblot, if you're watching this, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. We're gonna have a fun time with Urblot. And thank you. Please like, subscribe, and I guess see you in the next video.